Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential problem. So we have 150 squared minus 149 squared. Now, if we have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this can actually be written as a plus b times a minus b. So now 150 squared minus 149 squared, well, we can think of a as 150 and b as 149. So 150 squared minus 149 squared, this is equal to 150 plus 149 times 150 minus 149. Now 150 plus 149, well, this is going to be 299. Multiplying this with 150 minus 149, well, this is going to be 1. And 299 times 1 is simply just 299. So 299 is our.
Alright, so in this problem, I have 8 to the power of x is equal to 16. So I want to find the value of x here. So for my solution, I'm going to start by rewriting my equation here. So my equation is 8 to the power of x is equal to 16. Now, before we start doing anything, let's just inspect this problem real quick. So if I plug in x equals 1 into this equation, I get 8 to the power of 1 is equal to 16, which 8 to the power of 1 is the same thing as 8, so I get 8 equals 16, which is false, right? Now if I plug in x equals 2, I get 8 to the power of 2 is equal to 16, and 8 to the power of 2 is 64. So I get 64 equals 16. And notice how there's a big gap between 8 and 64. So we know that the value of x is not going to be a whole number but a decimal, and it's going to be somewhere in between 1 and 2. So x is greater than 1 but less than 2. We know this. Now, how are we going to actually solve this problem and find the exact value of x? Well, what I can do is rewrite 16 as 8 times 2. Now what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 8. So then these two cancel out, and I get 8 to the power of x over 8 is equal to 2. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So a to the power of x over a to the power of 1 is equal to a to the power of x minus 1, which is equal to 2. Now a is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3, so I get 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 2. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x minus 1 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3 times x minus 1. And 3 times x minus 1, I can distribute 3, so I get 2 to the power of 3x minus 3 is equal to 2. And 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 1. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So this means that 3x minus 3 is equal to 1. And now if I add 3 on both sides, I get 3x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 4 over 3. Now, there actually is another way to solve this problem. What I can also do is at the start rewrite both of these in bases of 2. So 8 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3, so I get 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x, and 16 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 4. Now this is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3x is equal to 2 to the power of 4, meaning that 3x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 4 over 3. So this is a much simpler method of solving this problem.